And one cool thing to share with y'all is that we have here in rural Idaho quite the community. Folks are quite building quite a bit, and we're seeing all kinds of activity. Truckloads of dump truckloads. I've never seen so many dump trucks in my life, but dump trucks going east, going west, and moving around. So I've been fortunate, as my neighbors have tried to reset their backyards and set what they're going to do. I've been fortunate to pick up dirt from their properties. I'm actually standing on 31 loads, which is on the base of 25 other loads that I had gotten from a neighbor. I also received that loads that I was discussing a little bit earlier from a neighbor down the street that was cutting through a hillside to put in their brand new home. Some of it free of charge, some of it moving costs, but for the most part, far better than ever having to purchase it. And it will allow me to pursue the dream of building this reservoir. Out here on a wet one today on day 6. This entire week is supposed to have weather. In North Idaho, that means you just keep on working and pushing through, because at this time of the year we're just going to have that with us the entire time. So behind me is the southeast corner of the dam. Ron has spent a lot of effort making sure that this is all shored up on the back side and we're ready to go. Right now the guys are putting a rock hammer on the excavator so that we can bust through some basalt veins that we come across on the western end of the dam. So what's going to happen here is we're going to yield some rock out of that to help line the bottom of our creek bed. So it's going to work out as a positive in the end. But over the next couple of days we'll be slugging through this weather. Doesn't matter, we're going to get it done. this is how things go, right? So we are fighting a little bit of weather, and then getting our way down the road still, though, fighting through it. Unfortunately, now we're facing an equipment failure. So our D6 is now broke. It's a high-end, high-technical kind of guy, so of course the computer chip went astray on us. So we're trying to source another equipment. Looks like we might have a D5 here in the morning to get ourselves start moving again. Well, day 7, and we're obviously hammering away at the rock. We've overcome the lack of dozer. When the dozer broke down yesterday, the D6, we got a D5 out there right now Ron's working with. So hopefully progress is on pace again today, and we should be able to close out the pond initial build, if you will, the reservoir's initial build, and then moving on to our throwing in the clay and getting that in there and lined out so that we can get the liner on it. Well, the primary construction of the dam is completed. The reservoir is formed. The bathtub, if you will, that's what it looks like, a big giant 255 by 55 wide bathtub, if you will, 7 feet deep. Right now, Pat's behind me throwing the clay over that we got from a neighbor, and we're gonna go ahead and line it about a ½ a foot deep so that all this rock can be, if you will, insulated from the liner. The hope, of course, being there is if we can get some distance between those two, we'll never have a puncture of all this rock. Great material to build a dam with if you're not going to line it, but not too good if you're going to have you know, animals and things of that nature, weight of the water in itself, right, pressing on the liner to hit against the rock and sharp edges. So he's going to continue to dig. We're about halfway through the 7th day here. Weather's going to probably get a little nastier tonight, so hopefully the bottom of this guy tonight won't be too bad. So we're going to leave the clay off the bottom and let it just sink into the rock below. Happier about how this is all turning out right now. We've got the neighbor's dirt coming in, the clay and topsoil, that we're going to line this entire inside of this bathtub reservoir. The only challenge is there is that you know, it looks like about 30-40 feet of water in the bottom, and it's just groundwater and a little bit of rain from the other day. So gonna have to work through that. I think what we're gonna do is throw some drainage rock that I had on the property down there just to bring the elevation up enough such that the clay can go on the bottom and be nice and uniform down there, so we don't create just a big mud mess. But Ron's pushing up the dirt so that Pat can pick it up and throw it in so we don't contaminate it with a bunch of rock, because the last thing we want to do is line this thing and have a bunch of little rocks sticking through. So we're feeling good about the process today. Gonna get a little rain tonight, but then it should dry out for the next 3 days, giving us at least some time to hopefully Friday, if you will, day 10, to roll out the liner. Well, behind me, the guys are digging up the trench for the 4-inch pipe to lead into our, what I'm calling the well, where the pump's gonna exist. Unfortunately, they're having to chisel through all that basalt. It's gonna be a long and arduous process here. We got a little bit of mist, nothing too major. It should dry out for the next 2.5 days. So I'm really expecting some good results, but at the end of the day, we still gotta chisel through all that stuff. And it's going to take a little time, hopefully less than what I'm being estimated, but we'll keep going at it. Day 8. We're really slugging it out today. It's about 10 feet of actual hard basalt rock. So unfortunately, that's where the pipe has to go to get to the pump. There's no way around it. So this today is going to be just